Good news. Foreclosure delinquency rates are on the decline. I got an interesting chart here, boys. I want you to go over, give me your expert opinion. But first, it's going to be brought to you by Mr. Andy.
Come on. Good news. There's still lots of buyers out there right now willing to pay today's higher prices, but most of them want move-in ready. So if your house looks outdated or needs work, buyers are probably not going to be very interested. There's a lot of homes right now that need upgrades. As you can see here, millions are entering their prime remodeling years, meaning they're between 20 and 30 years old, and maybe yours is one of them. If it is, consider making select updates to help it sell faster. But before you do, let me help. Because not all home improvements are worth the cost, I know what buyers are looking for in our area, and I can guide you on what to fix up. Let's work together, get your house in good condition, and get it sold. I'm Andy Prasky, helping you on your real estate journey today.
Hey, do you use makeup when you do those things?
No, but I'm glad that you couldn't see my dog sitting on my lap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was helping.
Nice. Okay. The foreclosures are on the decline. What does that say? Let me see that again.
It's just under 0.5%, which is actually pretty historically normal. I think the national average historically was around 1.25%. And that's over the last 50 years they've been paying attention to this stuff. But
was that months delinquent? That's what that said.
I just said that there were the percentage of mortgages that were delinquent.
Okay.
Or 3 months payments.
3 months or more
past due in the process. Okay. So yeah, that's good news. I guess people that have jobs are paying their bills, and all in, a lot of Americans are nestled into a sub 3%, 30-year fixed, can't get any more comfortable kind of interest rate. And, I'll tell you what, if you get into trouble and you've got that low of an interest rate, the key is to hang on to that rate. I don't care if you have to get a renter or hold that as an investment property. Maybe you go live with your parents, but you hang on to it and enjoy that free money. Get somebody in there to rent it. That house will keep appreciating and making you money. So when you get your situation back on its feet, because it'll happen. I know when you're going down, it kind of feels like, oh, the world's over and we're never going to get out of this. And I hate to sound like an old man, tell you things will get better, but they will. And all of a sudden the sun will come out again and the rain will stop, and you're going to have that. You're going to be very glad that you didn't get rid of that house, because the appreciation train is still cranking.
That old man thing is real, though. Because it's just that you've experienced it before and you've seen it before a few times. It's hard to kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, Dad. Yeah. But it's just that you've just experienced it, and it's kind of like the market in general. Exactly with what you're saying, people are holding on to them, which obviously keeps inventory low, which is keeping our market afloat with the high interest rates.
That's right.
So, but it's good. Foreclosures are a thing that could hurt the market big time. We found out that in 2008. So it's a good thing to kind of keep that away. And I was going to say, Andy, together with the low interest rates, there's a lot of people that have their house paid for as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know in Minnesota we're hovering around that 40%, and that's by design. I think there's a lot of people that want their houses paid off. There's a lot of people that like to leverage their equity, do other things with it. So you're always going to have that mix that's there. But I'll tell you, the big thing is this: if you find yourself in trouble where you're struggling with that payment, and we want to do an equity preservation plan for you guys. We don't want to just sit there. We don't want to just cross our fingers, because foreclosures do happen very slowly over time. The banks will give you every chance in the world to fix it. And then what you need to do is put somebody in your corner that understands the law and can help guide you through that process. And I think if you show some flexibility on what you're willing to do, you're not going to have to deal with foreclosures. I don't see that as being an issue for most people, unless somebody literally is permanently unable to pay their payments. They can't have anybody live in their situation or their house for whatever reason, but still sell the property, take some of that equity, and move on with life.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. You see like letters that you're getting in the mail or whatever, that you're not opening them and stuff like that, and you're putting them aside. That's a natural thing in which to do. I'm telling you, I've had situations like that, and it's just like, gosh, if we would have just known from the beginning, could have saved you thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's as hard as it is to admit it and what's happening, it's call, because you'll get out of it. And the thing is us agents, We have to represent you. We can't be talking about that to anyone. And so it's not like anyone else is going to know.
Well, there's so many. I was just going to say, there's so many people out there. There's so many resources where people want to help you. They're not going to embarrass you. They're going to help you make a plan so that you can win. And that's the key.